Hey there, welcome back to our Harkla YouTube channel. We are so happy to have you again here today. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Jessica. We are the Certified Occupational Therapy Assistants with Harkla. And today we're going to give you 3 tips for sensory-friendly homeschooling.
All right, whether you are homeschooling, whether you are thinking about homeschooling, whether you're not homeschooling and you're just looking for some more sensory-friendly activities to incorporate into your day, today we're going to be sharing some of our go-to tried and true. I wouldn't say technically tried and true because neither of us homeschool at the moment, but we've heard great feedback from incorporating these strategies into the day.
And realistically, if you are an adult working from home, these would be great strategies to use as your own routine at home. But ultimately, we're going to focus on those kids who are getting homeschooled, and maybe you're a parent building a routine for homeschooling and you're looking for ways to make it fun and exciting and facilitate learning and engagement and all the things. These are our 3 favorite tips.
But before we get started, let us know in the comments if you are homeschooling and how it's been going or what questions you have. We're super curious about that. But number 1 is to get outside every day. Ideally in the morning, get that morning sun, no sunglasses, no sunscreen, and then the evening sun as well. So if bare minimum, get out in the morning, get out in the evening. If you can be barefoot and crazy, if you can put your feet in the grass, if you can relax, take a walk, whatever you need to do, focus on morning sunshine and evening sunshine.
Yep. Another thing would be to incorporate nature into your lessons. So can you go read sitting outside under the tree? Can you go on a nature walk and do a nature scavenger hunt and incorporate that into whatever lessons you and your children are going through that day or that week? The more time you can get outside, the better.
Yeah, and incorporate your brain breaks and your movement breaks outside as well. So again, go outside after you've been working for an hour and crawl in the grass forwards and backwards, or go for a walk around the block, or let them ride their bikes around in the driveway or in the cul-de-sac or wherever you are. Maybe go to the river for a lesson for an hour or 2 and, take your books, take your work and lay on the ground and do some work outside wherever you can nearby.
Tip number 2 is to move away from the table or the desk for reading, writing, learning activities and incorporate other spaces to do your work. So if your child is doing a writing activity, can they lay on the floor and do their writing? Can they stand next to the wall and put their paper on the wall to write on a vertical surface? So instead of just keeping it at the table where we feel like we're supposed to be when we're working and doing school, let's move it and change the environment and provide your child with different movement opportunities, different seating options so that they can meet their sensory needs while they're also working.
Yeah, and going along with that, incorporating those multi-sensory learning experiences while you are writing or spelling or doing math, have them write in a salt tray, put some salt in a baking sheet and shake it flat, and then do your writing lesson or do your math problems in the salt tray. Or if you're working on letter formation, make the letters out of Play-Doh, roll it together, squeeze them, trace them, step on them with your feet. However you can make it multi-sensory. Turn on the metronome, bounce a ball to spell your words, jump on the trampoline to do your math facts. Incorporate that rhythm, that multi-sensory learning, and the concepts will just magically stay in their brains. So much easier and so much better.
And it's not magic, but it probably feels like it.
I think it's magical.
It's magical. Our 3rd tip is to create and use sensory diets throughout the day. So a sensory diet is really just those different sensory activities that you do throughout the day to help your nervous system stay calm and regulated and happy. So for your child doing homeschool, you want to start the day with a sensory activity. They wake up and you go outside, you eat a crunchy breakfast. Do you eat crunchy breakfasts? Granola maybe? Yeah. And incorporate some movement and some different lighting and some different sounds into the morning routine for their morning sensory diet.
Yeah, and I was just thinking this is really helpful for kiddos who maybe have explosive tantrums or behaviors and you feel like you're walking on eggshells around them and you don't know when they're going to melt down or their volcano is going to explode or erupt. So if you can incorporate that consistent sensory input throughout the day, proactively instead of reactively, ideally we'll be able to prevent some of those emotions, those big emotions and outbursts from happening. So again, you're homeschooling, so you have that opportunity to allow for movement and sensory breaks. So you've done your morning routine, your morning sensory activity, and maybe you're about to sit down and start your lesson. Incorporate a little circuit. So you have 5 little activities where they slam a medicine ball on the ground, they run up and down the yard really quick, and then they do a big deep breath with a kazoo or a whistle, and then they do 5 chair push-ups, and then they do sequential finger touching with their fingers, and then they pick up their pencil or their book and they start the lesson. So you're really honing in on that flexibility that we love with homeschooling in order to meet those sensory needs.
Yes. Now, we're not going to dive too deep into sensory diets because we do have another YouTube video giving you more ideas for sensory diets. We break it down a little bit more, and we have a free webinar where we talk all about the 8 sensory systems, and we give you some more tools to use to create those personalized sensory diets based on your child's unique sensory needs. So we will link both of those in the description so you can take advantage of those free resources.
Again, if you are homeschooling or you're thinking about homeschooling, let us know in the comments here. And if you can help other homeschoolers as well in the comments, like create this nice little community here on this YouTube video and help each other out, answer questions, and maybe talk about your favorite things about homeschooling. And if there's any questions that come up, we can always make another video with some of those questions to help you out.
That'd be so great. If you liked this video, like Rachel said, leave us a comment and let us know. And like this video, subscribe to the Harkla YouTube channel, and send this video to a friend.
Yeah, and we do have a ton of content on our podcast, All Things Sensory by Harkla as well. I know we have a couple of episodes about homeschooling as well as some interviews about homeschooling on our podcast, so we'll link those in the description. Make sure that you're listening there as well.
And then follow us on Instagram. We're at Harkla_family, as well as at All Things Sensory Podcast. We share a ton of free content and resources there.
And with that, we'll plan on seeing you next week. We drop a new video every Tuesday. Ta-da.
What are they? Eat a wrap with an egg in it? Sorry. Yeah, we do.